is that I am a Jew by religion. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. My family's from Poland. We've been there for hundreds of years. Is Israel my country, or is the United States of America my country? Well, Israel has a nation-state law, 2018, that Israel is officially the nation-state of the Jewish people. Remember, Zionism means the Jews are a nationality and Israel is the state of that nationality. But I thought I'm an American and America is my country. This was one of the biggest objections to Zionism from both religious and non-religious Jews. In England, when they had the Balfour Declaration, there was one Jewish member of the cabinet. His name was Edwin Montague. He was against the Balfour Declaration. He was against Zionism. He said, you're going to make Jews strangers, foreigners in their own countries. He says, you want to make a Jewish state, that means that the Jews will be strangers in their own countries. And indeed, Netanyahu comes to America. He did so when he came to speak to Congress about Barack Obama's Iran deal, which he wanted to squelch. And he said, I come here representing not only the people that elected me, but I represent all Jews all over the world. Netanyahu claims to be my prime minister. Naftali Bennett said after Barack Obama insulted Netanyahu, he called him a coward using a nasty colloquialism, that insulting Netanyahu is insulting all the Jews all over the world. Netanyahu is not only the prime minister of Israel, he's the prime minister of the Jews. Jonathan Pollard, the Israeli spy that was convicted for spying on America, he did his time, he moved back to Israel. He had not long ago said, it was in all of Israel's papers, he would advise Jews to spy on America for Israel. According to Zionism, Israel is my country. When Israel says that Japan is to the Japanese, and France is to the French, what Israel is to the Jews, imagine there's two people in France, a Jewish guy and a non-Jewish guy. France is to the French what Israel is to the Jews. He doesn't mean the Israeli Jews, he means the French Jews too. So France is to the non-Jewish Frenchman what Israel is to the Jewish Frenchman. Zionism by definition is anti-Semitic, therefore, because it makes it's a dual loyalty trope. Not only dual loyalty trope, it demands my loyalty, it demands that it claims that it represents me by its own law. Now, mind you, there is not a single country in the world like that. There is no other country in the world that claims to be the state of people that are not its citizens, never were its citizens, don't live there, never did live there. I have a right by international law to change my nationality. If I don't like my president, Joe Biden, I can move to Mexico, and then Mexico's my nation state if they'll have me. But no matter where I run, what country I live in, Benjamin Netanyahu claims to be my prime minister because I was born Jewish. That sounds like a dictatorship, not a democracy to me. You know, they may give people equal rights over there, but if I can't escape from that being my nation state, that doesn't sound like a democracy to me. There is no other country in the world like that. Now, we need to understand this. Israel is different than all other countries in the world. All other countries in the world are the countries of its citizens. Israel is not the country of its citizens by Israeli law. Israel is the country of the Jews. Meaning, if you are an Israeli citizen but you're not Jewish, Israel's not your country. By that I mean, Israeli law says you have no self-determination rights in Israel unless you're Jewish. So if this is the country of the Jews, and the non-Jews are there, yes, they're there with equal civil rights, they are citizens, but Israel's not their country. Israel could never allow non-Jewish people to run the country. It has to be a Jewish majority. Now, more than that, by Israeli law, remember I said that the Jews are a nation and Israel's its state? By Israeli law, there is no such thing as an Israeli nationality. Israel's census, it has various different categories for people. There's religion, and there's nationality and citizenship. Nationality is Jewish. Nationality is Arab. Nationality is Druze. Citizen, Israeli. Israel is the country, not of its citizens. Israel is the country of a nationality. Now, you have to understand how Israel looks at themselves. And if we understand this, we'll understand a lot of things about why Israel behaves in many ways that they do, and why they look at themselves in certain ways, as opposed to the rest of the world looking at them in other ways. There are people who have said that Israel is a racist state because it favors Jews. Okay, is Turkey a racist state because it favors Turks over people who are not Turks? I'm talking about Turkish citizens. Well, obviously not. Countries are there to serve their people. Turkey is there to serve the Turkish citizens. France is there to serve the French citizens, but Israel is to serve the Jewish nation. They look at all the Jews as other countries look at the citizens of those countries. It is the country of the Jews. It was made to be the country of the Jews. Now you're going to tell me, well, okay, but every other country, you can become a citizen of that country regardless of your nationality. Well, you can convert to Judaism, and then you are officially an Israeli national, which is weird because even though Zionism claims that being a Jew is not a religion, it's a nationality, if you go through a religious conversion, not a naturalization process, you go to a rabbi in Belgium, and you go through religious conversion, maybe anti-Zionist rabbis that don't recognize Israel. If you are a Jew by religion, you are now a Jew by nationality. And by the way, that doesn't apply to all Jews. By Israeli law, even if you're an atheist, obviously, you're a Jew and you're entitled to the law of return. Because it has nothing to do with religion. Although it's kind of contradictory to the fact that if you convert with a religious conversion, now you're a Jewish national. However, according to Israeli law, if you're born Jewish and you believe in another religion other than Judaism, you believe Jesus is the Messiah, you believe Muhammad's the prophet, you're not a Jew. You believe in no God, then you are a Jew. You believe God's a Trinity, no Jew. There was a case of a Jew that was born Jewish. His name was Daniel Refusion, Polish guy. He later converted to Christianity. He was no anti-Semite. He helped Jews escape in World War II because of his status. And after World War II, 1948, when Israel was formed, he wanted to move to Israel and become a citizen on the law of return. Israel Supreme Court ruled, no, he's not Jewish. He's Christian. But wait, if a Jew could be an atheist, why can't a Jew be a Christian? Imagine this brother Daniel, that's what is a Carmelite monk, if he would say, all right, I don't believe in Jesus anymore. I don't believe in anything anymore. I'm an atheist. Oh, now you're Jewish. Now you can come. I'm Christian. You're Christian. You're no good. Okay, fine. I don't believe in Christianity anymore. I'm an atheist. Oh, now you're an atheist. Come to Israel. Now you're Jewish. None of this makes any sense. And the reason it doesn't make any sense is because Israel tried to create something that doesn't exist. They tried to create, out of the Jews, a nationality. Had they wanted to create a new nationality, and there were pseudo kind of Zionists that did want to create a totally new nationality, have nothing to do with the Jews. They were called Canaanim. Never got off the ground. That would be one thing. It was a valid idea. It was also a fiction, but they had nobody to buy into it. Nobody. What they did was they tried to gaslight the Jews and change the Jews and re-educate the Jews to look at themselves differently as a nationality rather than a religion. The problem is the Jews for thousands of years have been very, very solid in their identity that they're a nationality, that they're a religion. They have no national characteristics. And this whole idea that, well, if you're a Jew anywhere, you could come to Israel, what's the definition of a Jew? Israel has never defined what a Jew is. Israel claims to be a Jewish state, the Jewish state. What's a Jew?